This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan revealed some of the provisions mentioned in the draft of the country's normalization deal with Azerbaijan, including the establishment of bilateral commissions and mutual recognition of territorial integrity. This is about establishing diplomatic relations, and the process of implementing the peace agreement will be overseen by a bilateral commission. It also involves mutual recognition of each other's territorial integrity and the absence of territorial claims and so on. I have addressed those points on various occasions and press conferences, Pashinyan said during a Q&A session in Parliament today. He also explained that the full text of the treaty will not be disclosed to the general public before being signed, responding to opposition MP Artur Hachatryan, who demanded a referendum be held in Armenia to decide if the nation approves of the deal. Thus, the non-disclosure is a matter of diplomatic correctness rather than secrecy, he said. Pashinyan stressed that publishing the full text of the treaty might jeopardize normalization should Azerbaijan decide to exploit the disclosure as an excuse to avoid signing the document. If signed, the treaty will be reviewed for legality by Armenia's constitutional court, the Prime Minister added. Armenia's National Assembly will not establish a committee to address the social and economic issues concerning Nagorno-Karabakh refugees, as the ruling civil contract faction rejected the opposition's proposal today. We do not see sufficient justification as to why these issues require the creation of a committee. The arguments presented were not convincing enough for us, and therefore the civil contract faction will vote against it, said the faction's leader Haik Konjaryan ahead of the vote. The proposal to create the committee was initiated by Armenia Alliance, an opposition faction associated with the former president Robert Kocheryan. Azerbaijan launched a one-day offensive against Nagorno-Karabakh last September, securing full control of the region and forcing nearly all of its residents to seek refuge in Armenia. The Russian peacekeepers, who were deployed to the region 3 years before, did not intervene. The Armenian government issued one-off 100,000 drams per person payments from the state budget immediately after the exodus to assist the Nagorno-Karabakh Armenians, covering urgent needs. Additionally, families receive 40,000 drams per person monthly to cover accommodation expenses and 10,000 drams per person for utility costs. On top of that, the government reported drafting a housing program in May that is expected to provide funds for permanent accommodation to all the refugees. You can also watch our coverage of the 5th annual Airfest, a light aircraft festival that brings together aviation enthusiasts from across the region and beyond at the Sky Club airfield in Armenia's Yeghvard. From air shows to panel discussions with experts, this annual event aims to raise public awareness and inspire future aviators. You can watch the full story on our YouTube channel or find it by following the link in the video description below. Also, make sure you don't miss the latest explainer by Tigran Grigoryan, our regular contributor and the head of the Regional Center for Democracy and Security, a Yerevan-based think tank. The article provides insights into the biggest flaw in Armenia's electoral regulation and speculates on why the current government is reluctant to introduce changes. The full explainer is available from our website and also from this video's description. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.